I'm Stephanie Kwok, and flag football is for all. I am VP and head of flag football at the NFL. I'm passionate about flag football, so personally, I've played in the New York City area in adult rec leagues for the last 10 years. I ran a tournament company with friends, and so excited to be here at the NFL to be increasing opportunities for people to play flag football, both domestically and internationally. So looking at opportunities for both boys and girls to play the sport that I am so passionate about. As head of flag football, I am responsible for working across the league, for working across our 32 clubs, and working across the entire football ecosystem to figure out how to continue to grow the game. That means domestically thinking about how can we increase opportunities for youth to play at the grassroots level. So making sure that there are local leagues that kids can play in. It also means supporting the 32 clubs that have been doing amazing work with trying to get girls flag sanctioned as a high school sport, and then also supporting all of the colleges that are interested in flag becoming a college sanctioned sport, potentially an NCAA sanctioned sport. And then on the international front as well, it's working across our international offices to figure out how can we make flag football more accessible to kids in other countries as well. The NFL is investing heavily in flag because it just opens up the game to so many more people. It is so accessible, it's so affordable, it's so inclusive. You only need 5 players to play NFL flag. You only need a football, a few belts, and cones. And so it's an easy way to touch the game. And it's a way to increase pathways for folks that haven't necessarily had those opportunities to play football before. So for boys, there's always been an opportunity to play through high school, to play through college, to play at the professional level. But for girls, that hasn't existed to that extent. So certainly there are girls who have played tackle football in the past, but now with flag football, that's an opportunity for girls to play at the youth level, to compete with their cousins, their brothers, their siblings. And then also increasingly, there are opportunities to play in high school, there are opportunities to play in college. And now with flag football in the 2028 Olympics in LA, you can also represent your country, whether you're a girl or a boy. Flag football is going to evolve so much in the next few years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. I mean, even in just the last few years, we've seen such explosive growth, especially with the momentum around flag being in the Olympics in a few years. So for example, this past year, we had the NFL Flag Championships in Canton, Ohio, and this was the largest event we've had for the Flag Championship. So we had 200 plus teams, 2,000 plus athletes, everywhere from 11 and under through to 18 and under for the girls. And it was broadcast. It was broadcast throughout the US as well as internationally. And that's a watershed moment, I think, right? Having these elite athletes be able to show how competitive flag football is on TV. So when you say trailblazer and game changer, I think just a few years ago, I wouldn't have thought that there would be a VP of flag football position at the NFL. And I think being a woman in that position feels special for a lot of reasons. One is flag football opens up so many doors for girls and women to not only to play football, but to get a college education. And I think hopefully having a woman in this position shows girls and women that you've got your role models on the field with Vanita Crouch, with Deanna Flores, but you can also continue to be involved in sports and to be involved in flag football and to run flag football for the NFL as a female as well. So I hope that that is inspiring to young girls who play flag or love football.